BuzzChomp is back with Only Murders in the Building, the premiere 3 episodes. I'm Dan Salem, and this is an incredibly unique, funny, weird, twisted murder mystery. True crime podcasts have become all the rage, they've totally blown up, and this show is a comedy mystery, which is basically a true crime podcast being lived out by 3 true crime podcast fanboy girls. Steve Martin, Martin Short, Selena Gomez, Oliver, Charles, and Mabel. They are trying to solve a murder that happened in their 14-story apartment building in upper New York City. It's a fancy building. Sting lives there. Lots of shenanigans. And they want to figure out who killed Tim Kono. Secrets. All 3 of these characters are alone. And they all have lots of secrets. Mabel holds the biggest secret because she was friends with Tim as kids. And I'm going to tell you who killed Tim Kono right here, right now, after the first 3 episodes. It was Zoe's sister. Who's Zoe? Well, Mabel, one of her biggest secrets is that she has her Hardy Boys pack. It was her and Tim and Oscar and Zoe, the 4 friends as kids growing up. Somebody pushed Zoe off the top of the apartment building. Zoe was murdered. Oscar was blamed. Tim witnessed what happened, kept his mouth shut. All these years later, Tim's dead. And he has all the jewelry that Zoe was stealing. Because she was a super rich girl, and yet she stole tons and tons of stuff. Lots of secrets. I believe Zoe has family. She lived there with her family on an entire floor of the apartment building. So most of these floors have 4 or 5 units. She had an entire floor. Yet she stole. She was a kleptomaniac. Someone killed her. Tim kept all of the stolen goods. He kept everything. I believe Zoe's family, aka her sister we haven't met yet and we don't even know exists, killed her. Our trio has started a true crime podcast to try to solve this murder. And they are tracking down suspects. The sad cat daddy whose cat got murdered. Now Oliver's dog got poisoned. Also not going to die. So now we have more clues. Sting is a suspect. Probably not happening. Lots of secrets rolling around throughout this apartment building. It's not surprising. It's 14 floors. There are tons of people that live there in this super rich building in Manhattan. Charles is holding a big secret. I mean, he was a famous, pseudo-famous TV star in back in the day. He quotes the show constantly. We don't really know what his real life is. He had a wife. She's not with him anymore. I think she left him. I don't think she died. We don't know yet. Oliver, we found out sort of his secret. He's super poor. He's keeping it from Charles and Mabel, but we, the audience, know his secret. And he lost all his money on a big Splash, the musical, which is hilarious, and it was making fun of the Spider-Man the musical, where in his musical, his performers dived into the stage instead of a pool because it didn't open in time, and so they all got injured. And Splash, he lost billions of dollars. Mabel's holding big secrets because she is childhood friends with Tim. She knows all about Tim, at least before Tim. And she came here to meet up with Tim right before his death. This is her aunt's apartment. She would visit as a kid. Now she's living there. The only thing we know as the audience is that she came to the building to see Tim, and then she stayed. So I don't actually think she's remodeling it. I think that she's squatting in her aunt's apartment. We don't know her motives yet. We also got a glimpse of Mabel over a dead body at the very beginning of the show. We weren't sure if it was a dream or a look into the future. Oliver and Charles walked in on her, covered in blood, squatting over a dead body. It wasn't Tim's dead body. Maybe it's Oscar's dead body. Maybe it's Zoe's sister's dead body after we find out Zoe's sister killed Tim Kono. I really like the farce of the true crime because, I mean, true crime is based on real crime, and so it's very much romanticizing the solving of a crime. And that's what happened with the Golden State Killer and that documentary and that book. She fell in love with solving the murder and was almost loving the death and loving this killer because she wanted to find him so badly. We see Oliver casting his murderer in this true crime podcast, right? Because everybody's a character and the murderer is a character, but we don't know who that person is. So you have to cast them and paint them and suspect them and then shift to a new one. True crime podcasts are great. And this show is great because it is both a mystery, a murder mystery, a comedy, and a true crime podcast, kind of all twisted into one great 30-minute show. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really curious who killed Tim Kono, and I'm also curious who else is going to die. How many other people have actually been murdered in the Arconia? We don't know yet. I'm Dan Salem. Tune back into BuzzChomp for more of Only Murders in the Building every week, as well as other great TV. And comment below with who you think is killer of Tim Kono. Woo!